back now on Triad today, and our special guest is someone we like to get here just as often as we can, and she carved out a section of her busy schedule to be with us. J-Paul Director Sheila Jones is here, Director of Development for Mountain Valley Hospice and Palliative Care. Welcome again, dear.
Thank you.
Good to see you. I want to do an update on something that we talked about last time. I want to do that in a minute, but first, give me an overview of the types of services that you offer to families, just in case somebody has just moved into the area and they haven't heard some of the segments and things we talked about months ago.
We offer terminally ill services to families for patients or someone they're caring for that has a life expectancy of 6 months or less. We provide whatever they need for their end-of-life care, whether it be oxygen or meds or DME, which is durable medical equipment.
This could be at the hospice home, or it could be an at-home care.
And at home care as well, with aides, nurses, chaplain, the spiritual part, the social work for the psychosocial piece.
Yeah.
All that part is inclusive.
And again, people say, well, look, Jim, I've seen these segments before, and you mentioned it, but look, you can't mention this enough. My dad, when he passed away, before he passed away, had great care from hospice, and I'm a big cheerleader for this because it's just a great service what these very talented and compassionate folks do. So we wanted you to know about that. What is respite care? Before I forget to I just want to review something. How's that used?
It's a very important part of what we do, Jim. Think about it. You're caring for a loved one at home. That's 24/7, 7 days a week. It doesn't go away. So sometimes families get a little tired. Maybe that caregiver needs a break, or maybe that caregiver wants to go to a friend's wedding and it's out of town. We can put the patient in a hospital, nursing home, preferably the hospice home is the #1 place we like to do it, and put them in there for about 5 days, respite care. All their team, everybody that normally takes care of them comes and still follows up and still does whatever they need.
But the family get a little bit of break.
The family can get a break.
It's so emotional, it's so draining, and it's just a great service that
yeah,
that you offer.
Can you imagine, though, caring for someone 24/7, 7 days a week, and sometimes it happens for a year or more.
Oh, yeah.
2 years, even up to 3 years.
Yeah, my mom and sister were doing that for Dad. Now, you have a lot of hospice offices in your service delivery area. You're covering that whole sort of northern, northwest sort of area of North Carolina and southern Virginia. So you have a lot of offices. Yes,
we do. We have 7 locations in Surry County, Yadkin County. In Surry County, we have 3, and one of them includes the World Hospice Home there in Dobson. Yadkin County, we have an office. We have an office in Elkin, which is in Surry County. We have an office in Stewart, Virginia, and one in Hillsborough, Virginia.
Now, folks can donate money to help hospice and keep them going, but you also depend on United Fund. Up in your region, it's called United Fund. It's like United Way. You depend on those funds. What kind of relationship do you have with them?
Well, we actually have a great relationship. Without United Funds and United Ways across all the 16 counties that we serve, we couldn't do all those special services that we do, such as the Children's Grief Camp, the We Honor Veterans, the Pet Peace of Minds, the Transitions. All those programs that we can't bill for is covered through those type services.
But if I'm in Mount Airy or Galax or wherever, Elkin, can I, if I say, hey, I'm going to give to United Way, United Fund in this area, can I designate something to go directly to hospice?
Yes, and right now is the time of year to do that. United Funds and United Ways are gearing up their campaigns. They're going to be going around to different businesses where people work, the different industries and what have you, and doing their little speeches and telling you, give to United Way to support this many agencies. Just one agency in particular is United Fund of Surry. That helps 28 different agencies. So if you give to that United Fund and you don't pick what you want to give it to, it could go to any.
It does good work.
It divides up. It's wonderful. But if you designate that you say you want to give your money to Mountain Valley Hospice, and all the money that you give out of your payroll deduction throughout the year, they have to give it to the agency.
Yeah, because in the old days, 100 years ago when I was growing up, you couldn't designate anything, and now that's good.
And there's a small percentage that comes out for paperwork and things like that, but it's very small, so it's still a wonderful thing to do. You can designate.
Give me an update. Last time you were here, we talked about the need, because it's still hot weather, the need for fans and air conditioners in people who are having hospice care at home and they don't have fans or air conditions. How is that collection going?
That collection is going really well, thanks to the community, thanks to what we did here on the show, as well as what we did in the press. We actually had I got to go and spend about $500 the other day to buy fans. We've given out a couple of air conditioners, given out some fans to some folks that needed it.
Great.
It's been wonderful. We had 2 churches that collected money on Sunday school and sent that money in and say, hey, buy fans with that, and that was a fun trip to do. So
that's what it's all about.
We were able to do that, so we're very blessed to have community support.
And there's a website on screen, www.mtn, stands for Mountain, mtnvalleyhospice.org. You can get more information about all sorts of services, and I hope you will spend some time on that website and look at things, and also be able to help in many ways, whether it's designating money or volunteering. many other things. Sheila, thanks so much
Thank you.
for all you do.